Well, alright. So, that was a pretty good one. And I'm very excited for what I had to share as far as what I was dealing with and things like that. So, yeah. But, without further ado, y'all. So, one thing is, I always say don't be the person you were in your past, but focus on the person you are in the future. Let that speak and let that simply be a truth because the compass by what you are of what you're going to stir up in the days to come. Your your past is a collection of lessons. It's not a verdict. it's it basically shows that where have you been, and it doesn't decide what you are allowed to go through, and it's not a permanent stamp, but you can actually make it to where your future is brighter. And on the other hand, you know, it's like a blank page that only you can decide what you want to write in it and put like your own handwriting to it. Design what you're waiting for as far as your blueprint, a life waiting for you. It's like so many like brave actions as far as every day. You can get to choose who you become. You don't have to, have that process or mindset that you're not going to be the person that you are because it's all up to you as far as what you want. Show discipline, kindness, courage. Put a vision on your life and let the question be asked: am I ready for this? Am I ready for this? Is this going to be my future? And am I proud of who the person that I'm becoming? Am I becoming someone special? Is this my life? No. Life is what you make it. Life is going to be a journey that you're going to have to keep on going through as far as what's ahead. You never know what's going to be coming in your way, but it's always going to be up to you to face those obstacles in your life. You just don't know what to expect. And the minute that you understand your journey, your purpose, and what you have in your life, that's the beauty of what's going to be left for you to keep yourself moving and going forward. There's so many times that you have so many things in your life that you just don't understand. But it's like they say, yesterday's mistakes are yesterday's victories. Because you know the mistakes that you made in your past, but you are able to think and be able to have a purpose and be able to understand that those mistakes will not follow you into your future unless you let them. So that's the victory, is that you're not going backwards, you're moving forward. So just remember that no matter what you're going through in life, just try your best to avoid those mistakes and try your best to be the person that you want to be as far as what you are in your life, what you're doing. Have those little boundaries that you just are like, wow, so many different challenges that you can have, so many different challenges that we're all going through. But that's not going to define us. Even though we're doing things in the now that people are not proud of, it's not to say that it's not going to be a part of the future. It's up to you to change it and make it to where it doesn't follow you in the future, but it just remains in the past. You have growing pains. You have a lot of things that you're focusing on that are probably not what you want in life, as far as rewriting your story. But the story is all up to you of what you want to make of yourself. All you gotta do is get that pen and write on that paper. Write on that paper what you want. The story's up to you. The pen is in your hands. Now, it's up to you to write what you want your future to be. What you want to overcome. How you gonna get through what you're going through. And put that in the past chapter. But focus on the chapter that you're about to write, which is your future. That page is blank. So it's up to you about what you want to be able to write in it, as far as your, rewriting your wrongs and being able to talk about how you were able to overcome those in your future, you know. Being a kind vessel, being a kind hearted person, it's not up to you to say, hey, I can get through this, but I'm doing this for a bigger cause. I have something in my life that is worth fighting for. I know I have a lot of people that's counting on me, and I know I have a lot of people that is riding with me through the tough waves, the hard times, and I'm doing this for them, because if I do it for them, I also know that just me and myself and I are able to find the best paths as far as life is concerned. So I know that I'm doing my thing as far as my purpose and everything like that, but I'm not letting it define me. I'm not letting this be the end. I'm just turning the page, starting anew. It starts with forgiveness. Forgive those who have wronged you. You'll never forget, but if you don't do it for them, do it for yourself. Because if they ask for forgiveness and things like that, God is a merciful. God is so loving, so awesome that He'll forgive you no matter what you do. People are not that much, they're not that understanding as far as being able to easily forgive someone who has wronged them. You can never forget, but you can forgive, you know, especially if they're close to you. They're like a significant other, a family member, things like that. Just have the brave action to know that even if I'm not fully 100% forgiving of what you have done, I have my own peace to where I can be able to move on. It takes growth, it takes strength, and it takes time, you know. But on the other hand, you just gotta remember life is short. Life is so short that you just don't know when the following days are gonna be the end. We're here today, and we could be gone tomorrow. That's how fast life is. That's how unpredictable life is. So, if you had keep that in mind, the last thing you want is to have regrets. You know, being able to say, "Oh man, I was able to do this, but it's not the way that I wanted it to go." You know, so many people to blame in your life. Sometimes you gotta blame yourself. Sometimes you gotta be hard on yourself. Be your own toughest critic. You know, because if you're able to do that for yourself, there's no telling what the other person is gonna be able to do for you as far as life and as far as that journey that you wanna be able to do things as far as the bad habits, the challenges, the hard relationships. You have so many people that are kind of stubborn, they want to avoid the difficult conversations. Sometimes being able to sit down with your family or sit down with your significant other or sit down with the person that loves you the most and the people that love you and just have a conversation. Sit down, talk, be able to hear what that person is saying. You're hurting them by continuing to do things harmful to yourself, whether it's doing drugs, whether it's doing bad habits that are not so easy to break. Got a lot of bad habits out there that you're not able to break or overcome, but it's going to take a lot of help. It's going to take a lot of help. It's going to take it's going to take you to want help. You have to ask for help. If you don't do that, then basically anybody that tries to come into your life and tries to help you, it's not going to be able to happen because you are not able to help yourself. It all starts with you. So, be able to have that purpose to where everything is going full circle. Sometimes the circle of life is where you're able to do things, but at the same time it hurts because you're drawing people away because of the bad habits and the actions that you're doing for yourself and that you're doing to yourself. You're not going to be able to please everyone. You can apologize, you can say, all that and things like that, but it's not going to work unless you actually do the good deeds that you're able to do. Being able to focus on what you're able to focus on so that you can shape yourself, and also giving grand gestures and having other people in your life to give you those tough conversations. It's going to take some tough love. It's going to take a lot of tough love for you to go get back to who you were, because who you were before you got into the bad habits is the person that everyone loves and everyone is happy to be a part of. So seek mentors, friends, join communities. Challenges you see, it can rise. Share your goals openly. Also be a part of something where you're actually building other people up, because you're also going through the same thing that they're going through. You're able to help them out. and vice versa. They're able to help you out. So it's just one of those things that, your future self is listening, you know, and what they are gonna come back and tell you is that what you see in your future is uncertain. So, in order to have those conversations, your future self is also right now, your present self. If you go back and being able to say, this is what I was able to do to help, I want you to be able to do this so that we can thrive together, becoming one. Future hasn't been written, so basically what they do is they'll kill off their future selves and just focus on their present. Focus on their present selves. And it's not too late. You can start right now. You can start right now. Start today. Focus on your future. You deserve it. Let every moment count, and let it be able to move you closer to the path that is right so that you can not only be able to help yourself but help the people around you and also bring in the life of another human being, right? Because you're doing it for them too. If you have a son or a daughter or or you decide to adopt and you want to be able to change for them, they will change you and they'll make you be a better person. Sometimes we don't think, and like I said, timing is always gonna be the best healer. But the minute that they start opening their eyes, saying their first words, and things like that, is the moment that you're gonna literally break down in tears, right? Because they're gonna follow you in a positive way or in a negative way, you know? And sometimes it's gonna take somebody else to, because they always say, it takes a village. It takes a village to raise a child. And what the village would do, the village would cut off the infected. They'll cut off the infected member that's actually bringing the family down. So they cut off the infected so that they'll be able to enjoy and be able to process life and be able to grow that child the way that they want them to grow. And then it's unfortunate, sometimes they'll want to see you and be able to understand and know you. And sometimes they'll listen to the noise and the chatter and they'll be able to cut you off completely. That's a child, and that's the worst thing for a child, not to be able to have a close connection with their mm. It's a hard one, y'all. It's hard if a child just rejects the person that was able to give them life, and they definitely understand because they're not willing to change. They're not willing to change for the better. So what they do is they just cut you off because they're not going to sit around and be a part of something that's going to tear them down and mess up their happiness. They're going to want to flourish. They'll get to know you. They definitely want to know who their mother or father is, you know. But having a relationship with that person, the mother and father that gave them life, that's what is going to be totally up to you. You're going to have to change for the better so that you'll be able to have a conversation and be able to raise them and not let them go through life making the same mistakes that you did. You know, don't let them make the same mistakes that you did. Let them flourish. Show them that there's a positive side of you that is yet to be seen. And you're doing it for them. You're doing it for the better. So, this is completely up to you. This is your life. This life is what you make it. We're only here for a short amount of time. And we don't know what's going to be on that other side. Other side of the world, which is the spirit world. We don't know what's going to happen when we are no longer here, but we want to be able to leave a good impression, you know, so that you can be remembered and that you can be, you know, a positive light for when the time comes when you have to, you know, finally are no longer able to be a part of this world. So it's a tough one. It's a tough life. Life is tough, but we know that the end result is going to be what you make. The end result is totally up to you. So what you have to do is you have to understand that whatever you're going through in life, just be able to say that I'm going to get through this and I'm going to be able to do this for the people that I love, you know. I'm doing this for myself, but I'm also knowing that there's a greater chance that I want to be able to do this for my loved ones. I want to be able to do this for my significant other. I want to work on myself so that I'll be able to have a positive impact on the people around me and the little ones that I'm able to bring into this world, you know, with God's help and things like that. I'm able to do this for them. Yeah. Because it's bigger than me. I want to be able to leave a positive impact on, you know, my significant other. I want to be able to leave a positive impact on the children that I'm blessed to have, you know. This is a life that is challenging, but sometimes we gotta roll through the punches. Sometimes we gotta get past those obstacles. Sometimes we just gotta remember that life is tough. Life is so tough, but it's not the end of the world, you know. We have yet to fulfill those final chapters. Until we're able to fulfill those final chapters, that's when your legacy will continue to grow. When you're long gone, you're going to be remembered. And just remember that it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. You want to be remembered for the good things so that you'll be able to be talked about, you know, for generations. Your children, your children's children, and your children's children's children will be able to remember you and say, yeah, that was my great 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 grandfather. That was my grandfather. That was, you know, that was my that was who you are. What your name is, people are gonna remember your name. They can even have a smile on their face when they say your name, or they're gonna have that look like, yeah, you know, life is what you make it. So make it the best that you can. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for who you are. Love yourself. Self love. That's the key. That's what's going to keep you going forward. So, that's all I got for y'all today. And I really hope that you guys will really sit down, talk to the people that love you the most, talk to people outside or people who are going through the same thing that you're going through, and know that no matter what you're going through, you're not going through it alone. So many people that are going through probably the same thing that you're going through. Just be able to make it like a therapy session, being able to talk to someone. If you don't want to talk, then listen. Listen and try to do it for yourself. Try to do it for yourself. Last thing you want is to keep on making the same mistakes that is going to eventually end up hurting you in the long run, to where unfortunately people are no longer here because of the mistakes that they've made. So what you got to understand is, you have a purpose, you have a promise, and you have life goals that's going to end up making you who you are and being the person that you want to be in the long run. So be able to take what you have, be able to take what you want, fight for it, love yourself, show your confidence, be strong. Be strong for the people around you. Be strong for yourself, because it starts with you, it ends with you. Life is what you make it. And be able to say thank you. Thank you for everything that I have. Thank you for the family I have. It's harder than you think, but it's not impossible. It's hard, but it's not impossible. Timing is the biggest healer. So when you're ready to start, people will be right there, right in your corner, and they'll be right there waiting. And they're going to be right there with you, supporting you for what you're going through, and loving you every step of the way. You know, you got people that love you. You got people that want to see you get through this, see you get through the good, be with you through the bad, and keep on fighting the good fight. Because that's what it's going to take. It's a fight. It's a fight. Life is a battlefield. And it's only going to get worse before it gets better. Just know that eventually it will get better. So keep that in mind. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, productive, beautiful, blessed day. Go outside, get some fresh air. I'm staying inside because it's freezing out there. So, but I'm gonna always be able to do great as far as the day that the Lord has given me, and find a way to achieve my goals and achieve my purpose, because I know that I have one, and I know that there's a lot of people counting on me. Just how there's a lot of people counting on you. So, be strong, be safe, have a positive outlook on things. You know, keep on fighting that good fight. Because, believe me, you're worth it. You're worth it. You're strong. You have a strong will. You're going to get through this. Whatever you're going through, you're going to get through it. You're going to get through it, and you're going to get through it. And you're going to be the best person and the best version of yourself that you didn't even realize. You didn't even realize it. But you're going to be the best version of yourself. And no matter when you start, it's going to be a beautiful finish. So, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed, productive day. Keep on pushing forward. Keep on looking forward. No need to look back. Don't worry about what happened yesterday. Today's a new day. Alright? And on that note, I'm out.